Sports 910, Benjamin Garcia doing the filling in duties today on the drive. Don't hold on loosely to the drive. Hold on with all hands on deck as we go through the NFC West. I mentioned this entire hour, we are going to go through the entire NFC predictions. I will be filling in Thursday, today, and Friday. Tomorrow I'll do in the 8 o'clock hour all AFC predictions. Today, couldn't wait on it. Had to get my NFC predictions out there. So let's jump over to the NFC North. We just finished with the NFC East. Cowboys winning the division. Eagles coming in second. Commanders coming in third. And Giants bringing up the caboose, who I would put in fifth place if there were 5 teams. But there's only 4. Over to the NFC North. The number 4 and clear number 4 team, and I'll be quick on this, is the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. And here is clearly why. J.J. McCarthy's not there. Sam Darnold, a guy who I will never be able to quit, has never really shown the consistent ability to be a reliable starter in the NFL. TJ Hawkinson is still coming off of an injury. Jordan Addison potentially could be suspended. Justin Jefferson is still there, but how productive will he be under Sam Darnold? We're not sure. That defense is still very suspect at times. And then you just add the ability to be able to be a stable team in a division that's going to be pretty good this year. Vikings coming in at 4, but I'll just be very frank with you. The Vikings have a real chance to be the Chicago Bears of next season, since they already have their quarterback of the future. At least that's what Kevin O'Connell says. They are able to then be horrible this year and potentially sell that high pick off to a quarterback-needy team later this year and get a load of picks and really load up that team for J.J. McCarthy. So like the Vikings' future, but this year it's a rebuilding year. It's not like they're the Giants and they're just horrible, just a lot of injuries and a lot of things that are obviously playing into the Vikings not being very good this year. Number 3, the Chicago Bears. I don't understand the trendy Chicago Bears pick for the playoffs. I expect them to be viable for a contending playoff spot, but we're just going to act like we like Matt Eberflus now? We're not going to act like he was on the verge of getting fired last year? Yeah, sure, the defense was better towards the end of last year, but I'm not buying into this whole Chicago Bears hype train. I believe that is going to be next season. Spend more money, allocate resources to the defensive side of the ball, really load up this team on personnel. And also, I know we love to just crown Caleb Williams the next Tom Brady. But can I watch him play a game? I just want one. Just a game in the regular season before I crown the guy the next Tom Brady. This is also a player that I feel like the only thing holding him back is himself mentally. This is a guy, whether you like it or not, let's just be honest, let's just be frank. He's a little different. Aaron Rodgers is a little different. Different is okay. Say what you want. I couldn't give a bleep about anyone that paints their fingernails, especially if they were not a quarterback. But since you're a quarterback, everything's going to be hyper-analyzed for the Chicago Bears. He does things like he paints his fingernails. Little weird. Little different. That's just Caleb. Marches to the beat of his own drum. There was rumors he was going to ask for ownership when he was drafted. Crying in the stands after losing a third game. These are all things that I guess I'm just going to be the bad guy who says it. They're just different. They're just a little odd. Aaron Rodgers does ayahuasca trips. Little odd. Is it okay for me to call that a little odd? Since I called the nails a little odd? It is different. I don't care if anyone does it, but it's different. Aaron Rodgers, what do we always say about him? Probably should have won more Super Bowls, but ended up not doing so. Caleb Williams mentally has never been told no a day in his life. How is he going to respond when his team inevitably goes on a 2-game losing streak? Is he going to pout? Is he going to cry in the stands? Because you can't do that as the leader. Oh, call it passion. Oh, Tom Brady curses. Patrick Mahomes cried. But yeah, both those guys cried or cursed after losing a Super Bowl. And spoiler alert, Patrick Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls. Tom Brady has 7. They have earned the right to do whatever they want. So Chicago Bears at number 3. Gotta see more until I just buy in to Matt Eberflus as well as Caleb Williams. Number 2. This is going to be a little surprising. A lot of talent on this team. The defense is still very suspect and lost Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from last season. The Detroit Lions. I expect the Detroit Lions to make the playoffs, but I believe it is very possible that the good times of the Detroit Lions and the chance to make it to a Super Bowl and potentially win a Super Bowl was probably last year. If you remember the Arizona Cardinals, if you want to relate it to our hometown team here, Cardinals made the 2015 NFC Championship game. We all expected them to keep climbing that hill or at least get back to the mountaintop. They didn't even make the playoffs the next year. I expect the Detroit Lions to make the playoffs. I like Ben Johnson. Dan Campbell has somehow won me over, even though he's kind of a lunatic as well. Jared Goff with protection, that offensive line is still very good, will pick you apart. An old school guy, definitely more of a statue, doesn't move around as much type of quarterback. But I do expect the Detroit Lions to be a double-digit win team this year, but likely 10 wins, not 13 or 14 or something insane. Detroit Lions at number 2. With that being said, there's only one team left, and a team that I'm buying all the stock in. The Green Bay Packers will win the NFC North. They will win the NFC North. Jordan Love. Maybe everyone else still has to see it. I was the only person it felt like last year saying, wait a second, they just shipped off Aaron Rodgers for nothing? No, that doesn't make any sense. Jordan Love can play. How well he can play, I don't know. But clearly the Packers saw as well a very stable organization. Jordan Love can play. I believe he's a dark horse MVP candidate this year. I believe he should be very viable on the betting markets. The defense will only get better after firing their DC last year. Getting in some new players. Paying Jordan Love. There's no pressure now to live up to a new contract extension. And you forget, but their offensive weapons are loaded. Luke Musgrove was good last year. Josh Jacobs is now on this team. Dontavian Wicks exploded at the end towards of last year. Jaden Reed was good last year. Christian Watson, a speedster, 6'2", 6'3" guy is still there. Romeo Doubs, as steady Eddie as they come. I know everyone. Sometimes it's hard to buy into the Green Bay Packers and buy into the new thing of Jordan Love, but I have stuck my flag on this hill of the Green Bay Packers, and I'm not moving it. This is going to be a very good team this year. And spoiler alert, I believe this team will be in the NFC Championship game this year. I believe this team will be the best team in the NFC this year. If Jordan Love is what he showed me towards the end of last year and in that San Francisco 49ers and Dallas Cowboys playoff games, in which, yes, everyone loves to mention the pick that he threw. He was basically a rookie last year. Basically a rookie. This guy is only going to get better. And I know it pains the NFC North that they went from Bart Starr to Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. But they have yet another elite quarterback talent. And don't forget Matt LaFleur, the best coach in that division, an offensive guy. They're going to be the best team in the NFC this year. I know, crazy.